Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Salesforce automation.
SFA.
SFA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got it.
And trust me, this is a lot more exciting than it might sound at first.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting is SFA is way more than just a buzzword these days. I mean, it's totally changing how businesses think about sales. In this world where we're just drowning in data and everyone's obsessed with like crazy efficiency.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the basics for anyone who hasn't heard of this. What exactly is Salesforce automation?
So basically picture this, right? You've got this super efficient assistant and they're taking care of all those like tedious little tasks that sales teams have to deal with every single day.
Yeah.
Like, processing orders, managing all those contacts, keeping track of inventory.
Yeah.
Even like analyzing sales forecasts and even evaluating employee performance.
Yeah.
That's essentially what SFA software does. It's like this all-in-one solution.
So it's like taking all that busy work off their plate so they can actually focus on selling? Gotcha, that makes a lot of sense. But why is everyone suddenly so obsessed with SFA?
Well, it really has become like the hot topic, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think a big reason is the impact it has on sales productivity. I mean, there was a study and it showed that companies using SFA see on average a 15% increase in their sales rep productivity.
Wow.
And that obviously translates into some pretty significant revenue growth.
Yeah, 15%, that's huge.
Oh, yeah, it's a game changer. I remember reading about this one company, I think they were a furniture retailer, and after they implemented SFA, their sales just like skyrocketed.
Really?
Yeah, it was so impressive. They were actually able to expand into a whole new market just because of that boost.
That's incredible. So more productive salespeople. Okay, that's one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
What else is driving this whole SFA craze?
Well, efficiency is another big factor.
Okay.
When you streamline all those sales processes, things just run smoother. You eliminate a lot of errors. Human error is always a factor.
Yeah.
Plus, all these modern SFA systems, they're designed to be super user-friendly, especially with all the AI-driven features they're adding now.
Right.
And that means sales teams are actually more likely to use this system and get all those benefits we keep talking about.
Speaking of AI that seems to be popping up everywhere these days, what does AI-driven actually mean in terms of SFA?
Okay, so imagine this. You've got this AI system, and it's analyzing tons of sales data, like way more than any human could ever handle.
Right.
And it's finding these hidden patterns and trends that we might totally miss.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a secret weapon for forecasting sales more accurately, spotting risks and opportunities before they even happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can adjust your strategies based on what the AI is telling you.
So smart.
We call this predictive analytics, and it's a total game changer for any business trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, that sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
But AI isn't just about crunching numbers, is it? What other cool things can it do within an SFA system?
Oh, there's so much it can do, like in sales coaching, for example.
Oh, interesting.
There are these AI-powered tools now that can analyze sales calls, emails, all sorts of interactions, and they pinpoint areas for improvement.
Yes.
It's like having this virtual sales coach available 24/7, constantly watching you, analyzing your performance, and giving you personalized feedback.
So AI can basically tell you how to close more deals.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's amazing how far it's come.
Okay, so we've talked about what SFA is and why it's such a big deal. Now, I'm curious about how this actually works in practice. Can you break down the key functions of an SFA system for us?
Sure. Let's start with activity and opportunity management.
Okay.
This is like your personal sales coach within the system, helping you prioritize leads, analyze your chances of closing a deal, and suggesting the best next steps to keep things moving.
So no more second guessing or feeling overwhelmed. It basically tells you what to do and how to use your time best.
Exactly.
Like it. What else can these systems do?
Account and contact management is another crucial one.
Okay.
So with SFA, you have this single unified view of every interaction you've ever had with a customer.
Yeah.
No more digging through spreadsheets or trying to remember details from like months ago.
Right.
It's all right there in one place. Makes it so much easier to stay organized and provide those seamless follow-ups.
That's a dream come true for anyone who struggles to keep track of all those customer interactions.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like SFA is all about working smarter, not harder.
It really is.
What about businesses that work with subscriptions? Can SFA help with that too?
Definitely.
Right.
SFA can manage that entire subscription lifecycle from revenue recognition to renewals. It's like having a dedicated system that makes sure nothing falls through the cracks.
Wow. It can even handle subscriptions, impressive anything else.
Yeah, for sure. There's also sales planning and performance management.
Okay.
So SFA can automatically assess how effective your sales activities are.
How does it do that?
It looks at all sorts of data points, and it can actually alert both salespeople and managers to deals that might need extra attention.
Interesting.
It's like an early warning system for potential problems.
So it's not just about automating tasks, it's about providing insights to improve strategy and performance.
Exactly.
That's powerful stuff. What about teams that are always on the go? You know, the road warriors of the sales world.
Well, a lot of SFA tools have mobile apps now, so sales teams can work from anywhere, updating records, completing tasks, all on their phones or tablets.
Oh, wow. So they're always connected.
Exactly. It gives them the flexibility to stay productive even when they're out in the field.
So we've seen how SFA works its magic within a business. Let's talk about the actual benefits of implementing an SFA system. You mentioned increased productivity and efficiency before anything else to add to that list.
Yeah, improved reporting is another big one. SFA tools provide such detailed insights into sales performance. It gives managers the data they need to make informed decisions and adjust their strategies accordingly.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about data-driven decision-making on this show, and it's great to see how SFA empowers businesses to actually use their data to improve their bottom line. Now, the source material from Awesome House Solutions mentioned a whole bunch of specific sales activities that could be automated.
Oh, yeah, there are tons.
Can you pick out a few interesting ones that really showcase the power of SFA?
Sure. So one example is lead nurture emails.
Okay.
Instead of manually following up with every potential customer,
Right.
SFA can send personalized emails based on predefined workflows. This saves a ton of time, and it ensures that those leads are nurtured, effectively moving them through the sales funnel.
So automated yet personalized. That's the sweet spot.
Exactly. Lead research is another area where automation can really shine.
Okay.
So instead of spending hours digging through online directories, SFA can automatically gather and populate all that lead contact information.
Wow.
Think of all the time your team saves by not having to manually track down every little detail.
That's incredible. So SFA can even help businesses figure out how much it actually costs to acquire new customers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It can calculate all those costs, giving you valuable data for refining your strategies.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So it's not just about closing more deals, it's about closing deals in a way that makes sense financially.
Exactly.
Smart move. And speaking of smart, let's talk about Awesome House Solutions. The company behind our source material for this deep dive, they specialize in building custom SFA software, right?
They do. And what's impressive is their focus on clean code agile processes and those AI-driven insights we've been talking about. They're committed to delivering solutions that not only meet your current needs, but also scale with your business as it grows.
That's key, because the world of sales is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
You need a system that can adapt with, okay, folks, we've covered a lot of ground in this. For a first part of our deep dive into Salesforce automation, we've explored what it is, why it's suddenly so popular, how it works in practice,
Yeah.
and even peeked into some of the specific tasks it can automate.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
That's right. There's so much more to discover about the potential of SFA and how it's shaping the future of sales. We'll be back in part 2 to continue our exploration, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our deep dive into SFA. It's pretty amazing how much it can do, right from streamlining those everyday tasks to uncovering hidden revenue opportunities, all thanks to automation and AI.
Yeah, and like we talked about before, one of the biggest benefits is how much more efficient it makes sales teams.
Yeah.
But what's interesting when you think about automation, you might worry about losing that human touch in sales, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
But in reality, SFA actually allows salespeople to be more human.
More human. How does that work?
Well, by taking care of all those data-heavy, repetitive tasks, the stuff that can really bog you down.
Right.
It frees up salespeople to focus on what really matters, building those genuine relationships with customers, understanding their needs, and offering solutions that are tailored to them.
So it's all about quality interactions, not just quantity.
Exactly. It's like that saying, work smarter, not harder. SFA lets you do both.
I like that. This increased efficiency that has to translate into a better experience for customers too, right?
Absolutely.
Because if a salesperson has all your information right at their fingertips, all your previous interactions, your preferences, even your purchase history, they can provide much more personalized support and recommendations.
Exactly. It's like having a salesperson who knows you as well as your favorite barista.
That's a great analogy.
But for all your business needs, that level of personalized service is huge. I mean, it can really make a difference in building customer loyalty and turning those one-time buyers into like lifelong fans of your brand.
So it's not just about closing deals, it's about building those lasting relationships. And SFA is a key player in that. Okay, let's dig a little deeper into the technical side. We've mentioned AI a few times already, but how is it actually being used in SFA? Can you give us some real-world examples?
Sure, one of the most exciting applications is in predictive analytics.
Okay.
So AI algorithms can analyze massive amounts of sales data, way more than a human could ever process.
Right.
And they can find these hidden patterns and trends that we might completely miss.
So it's like having a crystal ball for your sales.
Pretty much, yeah. It means businesses can forecast sales more accurately, identify potential risks and opportunities before they even happen, and make smarter decisions about their strategies.
So instead of relying on gut feelings or outdated methods, they're using data-driven insights to get ahead.
Exactly. It's a huge advantage in today's world.
Absolutely. AI can even help with lead scoring, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Which is basically ranking leads based on how likely they are to become customers.
Exactly. So AI can analyze things like demographics, online behavior engagement with your brand, and it can identify those really promising leads so your sales team can focus their energy where it's going to have the biggest impact.
Makes sense. Instead of chasing after every single lead, you can zero in on the ones that are most likely to convert.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing your efforts.
Talk about increasing your chances of success. Are there any other ways AI is being used in SFA?
Oh, tons. Another big one is in sales coaching.
Oh, interesting.
So AI-powered tools can now analyze sales calls, emails, presentations, you name it, and they pinpoint areas for improvement. They can even offer personalized feedback and recommendations, helping salespeople refine their pitch, overcome objections, and ultimately close more deals.
It's like having a virtual sales coach in your pocket, constantly analyzing your performance and giving you that extra edge.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing how far it's come.
Okay, so we've talked about all these amazing things AI can do, but it also raises a question, what does the future hold for actual human salespeople in a world where so much is becoming automated?
That's a great question, and it's something a lot of people are thinking about, but I think the reality is more nuanced than just robots are taking over, you know?
Right.
While SFA will definitely automate a lot of tasks, it also creates new opportunities for salespeople to focus on higher value activities that require those uniquely human skills.
So instead of replacing salespeople altogether, it's more about shifting their roles and responsibilities.
Exactly as AI takes over those mundane, repetitive tasks, salespeople can really focus on developing their strategic thinking skills, building deeper, more meaningful relationships with customers, and becoming trusted advisors who can guide them through the buying process. It's about adding value that goes beyond just processing transactions.
So the future of sales isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans, A&D machines, working together as a team to get the best possible outcomes.
Exactly. It's a partnership.
That's actually pretty reassuring. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the practical considerations of implementing SFA. If a business is ready to take the plunge and embrace this technology, what are some of the key things they need to think about?
Well, choosing the right SFA system for their specific needs is crucial. There's no one-size-fits-all solution out there.
Right.
You need to carefully evaluate your business requirements, your budget, how well the system integrates with your existing tools before you commit.
So it's about finding the right fit for your unique business, not just going with the most popular or expensive option.
Exactly. Another important factor is data quality.
Data quality, okay.
SFA systems rely heavily on data to function effectively. If your data is inaccurate, incomplete, or inconsistent, it's going to throw the whole system off.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like trying to bake a cake with bad ingredients. You're not going to get the result you want.
So data hygiene is crucial for SFA success. Any other tips for a smooth implementation process?
User adoption is huge. You can have the most amazing SFA system in the world, but if your sales team isn't using it effectively, it's not going to do you any good.
Right.
You really need to provide comprehensive training, ongoing support, make sure your team understands how to use the system, they feel comfortable with it, and they can actually leverage all those features to their advantage.
You need to get everyone on board and excited about using these new tools. It's a team effort, after all. What about after the system is up and running? Is that it, or is there more to it?
Well, implementing SFA isn't a set-it-and-forget-it kind of thing. It requires ongoing monitoring and optimization to make sure it's delivering the results you're looking for.
Mhm.
tracking your key metrics, analyzing the data, and making adjustments as needed, that's essential for long-term success.
So it's about continuous improvement, constantly learning and fine-tuning your approach based on what the data is telling you.
Exactly. It's an ongoing process.
That makes a lot of sense. We've covered so much ground already in this deep dive, from how SFA works to the implications to the future of sales, but I want to make sure we leave our listeners with something tangible they can apply to their own work, even if they're not in sales. Is there a key takeaway that everyone can benefit from regardless of their profession or industry?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest lessons here is that automation isn't just for big businesses anymore. There are so many affordable and user-friendly tools available that can help individuals and small teams streamline their work and be more productive. You don't need a massive enterprise system to get started.
So even if you're not running a Fortune 500 company, you can still embrace the principles of SFA and reap the benefits of automation.
Exactly. Think about all the tasks you do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Are there any repetitive processes that could be automated? Or are there tools that could help you manage your contacts, schedule appointments, or track your progress more effectively? Chances are the answer is yes.
It's all about finding the right tools and strategies to work smarter, not harder. And that's a lesson that applies to all of us, no matter what we do. Welcome back to the deep dive. So wrapping up our exploration of Salesforce automation, and wow, it's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
From like those everyday tasks to the mind-blowing potential of AI, it seems like SFA is really changing everything about how businesses approach sales.
It really is.
But like with any big shift like this, there's always that question, what's next? What does the future hold for SFA?
Well, one thing's for sure, SFA is definitely here to stay. In fact,
Oh,
it's only going to get more sophisticated and more ingrained into how we work.
yeah.
We're already seeing trends like hyper-personalization, where SFA systems use AI to tailor every single interaction with a customer to their specific needs and preferences.
So it's like getting product recommendations that are so spot on, it's almost creepy.
Yeah, kind of.
But from a sales perspective, I can see why that would be incredibly powerful. What other exciting developments are on the horizon for SFA?
Well, conversational AI or chatbots are becoming more and more common in sales.
Oh yeah, chatbots.
These AI-powered assistants can handle those basic customer inquiries, qualifying leads, even scheduling appointments.
Wow.
And that frees up human salespeople to focus on those more complex strategic tasks.
Okay, so instead of replacing salespeople, chatbots are becoming like their assistants,
Exactly.
making them even more efficient and effective.
Yeah.
I like that it's all about teamwork, right?
Yeah, it is.
Humans and machines working together to create a better experience for everyone.
Exactly. And as AI technology keeps evolving, these chatbots are only going to get more sophisticated, able to handle more complex interactions, and provide even more personalized support.
It's really incredible to see how far this technology has come. Even though I'm not in sales myself, I've learned so much from this deep dive.
Me too.
But before we wrap things up, I want to bring it back to our listeners. What does all this mean for them? How can they apply these insights to their own work or even their personal lives?
That's a great question. I think one of the biggest takeaways here is that automation isn't just for big corporations anymore.
Right.
There are so many affordable and user-friendly tools out there that can help anyone streamline their work and boost their productivity, even if you're just a one-person show.
So whether you're running a small business, managing a team, or just trying to get your personal life organized, you can benefit from these principles of automation.
Absolutely. Think about all those tasks you do every day. Are there any repetitive processes that could be automated? Could you use a tool to help you manage your to-do list, schedule appointments, or track your progress on projects? I bet there are a few areas where automation could make your life easier and free up your time for the things that really matter.
Yeah, you're right. I'm already thinking about how I can apply some of these principles to my own workflow. It's amazing how something as complex as Salesforce automation can actually offer valuable insights for all of us.
Definitely.
Okay, I think it's time to officially wrap up our deep dive into SFA. We've covered everything from the history and technology to the benefits, the challenges, and even what the future holds for this rapidly evolving field.
It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has.
And I hope our listeners have gained a new appreciation for the power of SFA and its impact on the future of sales and maybe even beyond.
Absolutely. A huge thank you to our expert for guiding us through this complex topic with such incredible knowledge and enthusiasm.
It was my pleasure.
And to all of our listeners, thank you for joining us on the deep dive. We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic, so stay tuned.